Thank you for reminding me that there is no microphone audio. Oh, dear. I apologize for that. Yes, this is Dresden Files cooperative card game by Evil Hat Productions. It has a solitaire mode, it has 2 to 5 player hot seat, it has multiplayer, but remember that you need a copy of the game each. And the game is about £15, there's expansions, 5 of the books are unlocked, 5 of the books are not, 5 of the characters are unlocked, 5 of the characters are not. They are DLC, a reasonably priced DLC at that. Each book comprises of these 10 cards. It's always the same 10 cards, but they're arranged differently. The only rule being that advantages or obstacles, these blue ones and these yellow ones, are not allowed to be on the furthest row. So in Solitaire, you have 3 characters. You always have Harry, because Harry is the hero of Jim Butcher's Dresden File novels, and these are the game. This is the game of the novels. Each character in Solitaire mode has 6 cards. Everyone has a special ability, which we will come back to now in a second. They have a talent and they have a stunt. Now, the talent for Michael depends on him flipping a card to activate it, but everyone else it usually triggers when they flip a card. And then there's the stunt, which you can use once per game. Once. The objective is basically 4 foes remaining is the environment score, and cases solved is the player score. This has to be bigger than this. So, we have some obstacles quite close. And if we look here, what obstacle dealing cards do we have here? That's 2 range and 2 clues to cases and 2 hits to any foes object. That's not bad. What about Karen Murphy? Hard-nosed cop and, for a while at least, friend of Harry Dresden. Michael Carpenter is a Knight of the Cross and wielder of the Holy Blade Amarachius. Yeah. Pronunciation, I'm good at that. So, having looked at this, we're just going to start with Harry. Normally, in a cooperative multiplayer game, you would be looking at your own hands, talking amongst yourselves, and working out, well, what the heck is going on. But for now, we are just... Now, there's nothing stopping us from getting clues, but unfortunately, Harry's Consult with Bob card, Bob the Skull, is of only moderate use. Now, if you want to zoom into a card, you scroll up with the mouse scroll, but to get it back, you click. This is one of those weird little quirks. But we'll notice that Kalshazak, the Toad Demon, who was one of the major foes, cannot be hurt at all, unless we solve who is the Shadow Man here. Each card that we have has a fate cost. If it has a little die, then it rolls what's known as a fate die, because the Dresden Files RPG is a fate RPG. What this means is it would be like a d6, except 1 to 2 would be minus, 3 to 4 would be nothing, and 5 to 6 would be plus. So there we go. And it's plus or minus 1. As we can see here, 1 to 2 and 3 to 4 become a minus until we get rid of the 3-eye drug war. Again, an event. All of these are events in the novels. In the novel Stormfront in particular. Oh, this is tough. We also have these fate points here, and these are the guide to what we can do. And at the moment... honestly, I don't get a lot of use out of the blue beetle. So what we're going to do is we're going to spend our turn to use our talent, which allows us to move advantages and obstacles backward and forward. And we'll move that and move on to Michael. So Michael has two very nice overcomes, and honestly we're going to want to use Michael's overcomes whenever we can, because we also have range. Now this goes from left to right, and let me just quickly look at the chat. There we go. By the way, the ambient soundtrack varies by which novel you're playing, although some of them loop. So, now we got a dice. Let's roll that dice to see how much fate this is going to cost us. Ah, 3 fate. Well, doesn't matter. That's helped. Now, unfortunately, attacking is not a very good idea at the moment, because attacks are more expensive. Because Wizard of the White Council and General Asshole Morgan is watching us. After all, Harry knows black magic, and that's kind of dangerous. So we could try investigate. Yeah, why not? Now, note here, not every case being solved is good. Luckily, this isn't going to solve the case. We're okay. Again, we do not need that. Don't want to attack. We want to keep that soul gaze. That soul gaze is one of the most powerful investigative powers. So, yeah, let's do this, because since we can't hit Kalshazak, he's going to be a barrier. But we'll deal with that barrier soon. Now, Fist of God, let's zoom in here. Overcome 1 obstacle, add 2 clues to any cases, and 2 hits to any foes adjacent. This is why I was saving it, because Big Ass Scorpion is gone, the -1 to our attacks is gone. Unfortunately, we don't really have the fate points to take advantage of anything. So since we don't need that overcome card, we're gonna cash it in for fate points. And Karen's talent is to add clues to the case that is furthest away from us. That's not the right range. And this is where it gets interesting, you see. Sod it, let's bite the bullet. Solve the case, which will help our score, but also discard us a card. And then let Michael discard one of his investigations, so he can use his special talent. There we go. Now, he has +2 range on his next attack, clue, investigation, or advantage or obstacle. Okay, we can't use Karin's best attack. It will be risky to use Surprise Aikido move. See what Karin's special ability is. Collect 1 fate point for each foe with hits, or each case with clues. That would currently be 3 fate points, and that would be helpful. Okay, shit. However, let's show what a gamble involves. Now you'll notice the may trigger showdown. When there's a random fate cost, and it might put you over the amount you have, then we might end up triggering the final phase of the game prematurely. And we did! Oops, wrong one. It's time for the showdown, which we're going to lose. So, the reason we're going to lose the showdown is due to the fact that, firstly, we have 3 foes to defeat, 3 of which we don't have any hits on, so we can't affect. But also due to the way the dice rolling works. Now, fate dice, as we've already covered, can be minus, nothing, plus. Problem is that if you roll more minuses than pluses, then it comes out to, well, in the case of rolling for, cost, it's going to be cost or range, it's going to be, minus, but it's never going to go below 0. And similarly here, we need points. So if we do a 0 fate on this one, we would need 9. So we would have to spend 4 fate to have a chance of getting this, but it would be a very small chance. It would in fact be 0.18% or thereabouts. Yeah, there we go. So we rolled a plus and a minus, they cancel out. We rolled a plus, so we got 1 out of the... Yeah. And once you run out of fate points, then that's it. And I have read the Dresden books up to... death masks, funnily enough. So let us move on to a 2-player game with grave peril. To show, firstly, that each book is different, and each has their own little dick moves. Kalshazak is the, horrible move of Stormfront. Now notice in a 2-player hot seat game, there are 4 characters. In a 3-player, there are 3 characters. In a 4-player, there are 4 characters, and then 5-player, there are 5 characters, and you'll notice we have 5 characters unlocked. We're going to keep it random. Yep, there we go. Okay, so the way 2-player works is that each character has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Each supporting character has 4 cards, leading to 9 cards overall. But 2 characters at a time with their stunts and talents are controlled by each player. And then 3 players, it's each character. With 4 players, it's each character. With 5 players, it's each character. So, there we go. And we start with the most dickish obstacle of this particular book. Hostages. Now, because this is in row 1, we have to deal with that on our first turn. Bam. Okay, as Karen Murphy, what can we do? Oh, as Karen and Susan Rodriguez, Arcane Reporter. I'm not going to spoil things about her. Anyway, as you can see, there's more advantages than usual. One, two, three, so it doesn't matter about our range. I can't remember if we've got any overcome obstacles. Ah, in play you can't see the other person's hand. I forgot about that. In which case, we're going to use Susan Rodriguez's special attack. Oops, I don't know why that happened, but there we go. We are going to attack the Red Court Vampire, because nothing affects the Red Court Vampire. Now, on the one hand, we'll only do 2 damage for 3 fate points. On the other, there we go. Let's add 3 to our biggest case. We do not currently have the range. Although, we can flip Michael Carpenter's ability. Now, when you 2-player, you can choose which player gets the benefit. And this itself is something to consider. And yes, I actually kind of enjoyed the TV show. It did its own thing. It didn't exactly play fast and loose with the source material. It still did, you know, a respectful enough job, I feel. And the acting wasn't that bad. So, what we're actually going to do is we're going to use Susan's special talent, her stunt, which gives another player a card and the next turn. Oh, this just adds a little bit of longevity to the game, because believe you me, there is not a lot of, once the cards run out, that's it. So, we have used our Fist of God to do a little bit of damage, do a little bit of solving, and prime Miss Rodriguez's ability.
Spirits, you have the information.
So,
ask you
when, yeah.
Come forward. Rejoin the living.
No, using it now would be a very bad idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to ditch... Oh, wait a minute, we've got no overcomes left. We'll ditch our overcome. And we will have some on the case at the shortest range. There we go, that adds to the marks. I'm not terribly worried about this take advantage. And we are gonna move these forward. There we go. Here's our nice simple take advantage card. We'll give everyone a card. And now, well, this is kind of annoying, actually. Because once... And on top of that, they're both too expensive. Ooh. Oh, this is always the awkward thing with this game. Because obviously we want to solve things. We want things to get hurt. And we don't necessarily want things to be used in their intended fashion. This is meant to finish someone off. 4 hits. That's fine. Because that will let us use Harry's special ability, which is his blasting rod. There we go. And that lets us finish off 1 foe. Unfortunately... yeah. Who did the art for this? I actually don't know, unfortunately. I wish I did, because the art for the book cards is actually alright, even if, as you can see, advantage cards are very similar for each character. So are investigations. All the investigations look like this for Harry. Attacks. But it's still pretty cool. Okay. We don't have any more cases there. Ugh, that is a really annoying noise. We are going to get rid of that to trigger the Knight of the Cross Talent. Because I think we want to be aiming for these cards at the moment. We could gamble on the range. But again, I'd prefer to get more on each case. Basically, get us closer to winning. So, advantage, we can pick up, collect fate points. 2 fate points, that ain't bad, and add a few hits to somebody who's already dead. Well. Yep, Karen Murphy's stunt, just to give us some extra longevity. Now, I will actually have a note for the art in the next section. Because, very unfortunately, the side jobs, the sameness of the card types, suddenly becomes more of a problem. Extra fate. Damn it. Well, at least we got rid of an enemy. We don't have the range on that. We can move it back, but honestly, that's not really going to help. That's not going to help. Case at the shortest range. Want a chance of solving that. We have used Karen's ability, we have used Susan's ability. Gambling time. Oh! Just about. Oh my god, that was... wow. And both the cards we drew were crap. Well. That's a problem. Now you can pass, but it takes a fate point. There is a method to my, madness? Yeah, I suppose. And then we are going to use... oh. Whoops. Never mind. We're going to get our one fate, and this is a bit of a gamble. We're going to be entering into the showdown. We can see the costs right here. We do not have the fate for, well, anything. So, we can roll for this. There's no reason not to. But this is where the game's going to be won or lost. And lost. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. By the way, the character art is actually bloody good. I like the character art. Okay. So, this is gonna be the finisher for this particular segment of the stream. I will be back after this for Freaky Awesome. Yes. And this is going to be a 5-player game. So it's going to be all the characters, and we're finally going to meet Billy and Georgia, who, as you might have guessed, are werewolves. 1 obstacle, 3 advantages. That's good. Harry cannot use his talent card. As you can see, everyone has 4 cards. But also, as you can see, here's some ghouls. Here's some warlocks. This is a biker gang. This is the Black Court of Vampires. And that's a slime golem. I don't know. There's just something here. Now the side jobs deck is actually a little bigger than the normal deck. We're again just going to start with Harry. I'm not too worried about winning these games. They are winnable. Trust me, they are winnable. And that's a good example of why. Okay, yeah, I was stupid. Yeah. Billy and Georgia's stunt is actually pretty damn good, but we're gonna wait until Michael's turn to do that. And of course, their talent is also pretty damn good. Yeah, that looks good. Add 3 clues to a case, that's good, that's winnable. We'll add it to the longest case. The most involved one, which is, unsurprisingly, the White Court of Vampire Intrigue. And we are then going to use Michael's stunt on the only enemy that is still alive. Now this will hit them and move them back. Okay. Honestly, we want some extra fate. And once again, we get some more at the longest range case. As we're seeing here, though, advantages are going to be very difficult to come by. Attacks, not so much. In fact, what we're going to do, well, 2 damage is fine. It actually costs less. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to use Billy's ability to hit every enemy on the board for 1 damage. Billy and Georgia are friendly werewolves, part of a pack from Full Moon, I want to say. Yeah, go on then. Right, 3 fate points, that's fine. With 4 fate points back and 2 clues. Not bad. Okay, well, Harry hasn't used his talent card, so we're not actually that worried about that obstacle to the list. Let's use a Sanctified Strike with Amoratius. Do some damage. The Black Court Scum. Ra. Call for backup. More clues to that range. And... we do not yet have 4 hits. Honestly, that is a crap investigation card. We cannot use our talent. Bigwig. Might as well add some damage to the longest enemy, which will actually kill the biker gang, which Harry cannot kill because they're humans. And he has a vow, I believe, to not touch folks. Just going to use our stunt to give Aaron the next turn. I reckon that will work. Yeah. I know what you mean about slime golems not sounding fun. And then we're going to use our other stunt to get most of the fate points on the board. Remember, you cannot get more than 13. This becomes kind of important. So unfortunately, Harry is kind of useless now, and this is where the tactics of the game have to come in. So unfortunately, even though we're using that attack, it does not help. Even though we are going to use this investigation, it will not, strictly speaking, help. This overcome, as I mentioned, is pretty damn useless. But hey, we get extra range, which means we can take one of those next turn. Or not, because I just realized what's going on here. We are going to lose 2 FP. Just 2 turns. Now we could go straight into the showdown, but our cards don't count for the showdown. And we very much have to solve at least one case. Sorry, Susan. It's kind of useless now. We are going to draw 2 cards. We need to deal with something. Or at least give us enough of a chance to take on Bugger. Well, it's showdown time. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, oh, that noise! We solved a case! We're pretty boned otherwise, but we solved a case! Better luck next time. Anyway, yeah, so that is basically one of the flaws. I can't even really call it a flaw. It's baked into the game that you really, really, really want to be within 1 or 2. Sorry about that, 1 or 2 of the amount you need for an enemy or a case, and you want those fate points to guarantee at least, well, not even guarantee some hits, have a better chance. I believe even with the 3-6, if you want more than 2 points, you got something like a 23.8% chance. Long shot. Anyway, yes, this has been the Dresden Files cooperative card game. Played not very cooperatively at all. And after just a short break, I will be back with freaky awesome share break. See you in a bit.